welcome back to another first impressions video. If you are unfamiliar with these, essentially I try out a bunch of new products and offer you my raw first impressions. It's pretty straightforward. Let's get straight onto the base. I'm using a mixture of the Bourjois Healthy Mix and the L'Oreal True Match. This is not a first impression. I've been using these for a few weeks now and I can definitively say that I love it. Now this is a first impression, the Wayne Goss foundation brush. It's a duo fiber brush with an angle and it looks very dense, so let's give it a go. The angle of this brush isn't really conducive to buffing, so I'm using downward motions, which feels a little bit strange. So a bit of an unusual application experience, but the foundation does look good, which is the most important part. Next for brows, I'm going to be using this Model Co brow palette, and it looks like it has a really good ashy brow shade in there. I like ashy brows. So I'm going to use that shade on a damp brush. I think that's a pretty good color. It's got decent payoff as well. Oh, I quite like this. So I've gone for a bit of a bolder brow today. I quite like that. Now for the star of the show, the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. So I'm a little bit irritated about the events surrounding this purchase. I had seen lots of glowing reviews, so I thought, yeah, I'm gonna purchase that because I like matte shadows. It was almost as though the minute that I hit checkout, my YouTube feed was flooded with mediocre and poor reviews. One such review was from Cora from Vintage or Tacky. Definitely go check her out. I love everything about her. She said something along the lines of the eyeshadows didn't adhere well to the lid and they had the tendency to overblend. So knowing that piece of important information, I'm going to start with MAC Painterly Paint Pot, which is a very grippy base, so anything that you apply on top adheres very well. How about we start with Love, this pale shade. I'm going to pat that all over the lid with a finger. Today I think I'll do a bit of a soft cut crease. Now frequently when you see cut creases, people tend to etch out the socket with a pencil and then blend away. My eyelids are far too uneven for that and it can end in tears. So instead I'm going to take my medium shade on a crease brush and I'm going to angle that brush downwards. So we're on an almost vertical angle and I'm socketing that way. Takes a little bit of practice, but this will give you a soft cut crease effect. To intensify the crease, I think I'll use Java, which is a purpled brown. Using the same motion here, keeping the brush relatively vertical and socketing the lid. So the distinction between my lid and my crease is quite soft here, but if you wanted something a bit stronger, you could go back with that lid shade and sharpen up that line. Oh my god. I remember why I don't do cut creases. So much asymmetry. Oh well, that's life. So I could spend all year perfecting that, but I think I will resist today. For the lower lash line, I think I will take All Heart and also Iconic, which is a deep indigo purple. So now that I've had a little play around with this palette, let me tell you my thoughts. I like it, but I don't love it. I'm not blown away like I was the Visart Neutral palette. I think that this will work best for people wanting really soft everyday looks or perhaps even beginners because the shades are of medium pigmentation and they blend very easily. Unlike other reviewers, I didn't find that the shades blended away into nothing. I was able to achieve a relatively precise cut crease here, and I think that comes down to the base. The MAC paint pots are very grippy. One disappointment, the shades aren't entirely matte. There is a bit of discernible shimmer running through them, which isn't necessarily a deal breaker, but I think it's something worth noting. Overall, I would say that I like this palette, but I'm just a little bit underwhelmed. This next product has a bit of a cult following. It's the Dolly Wink Liquid Eyeliner Pen. I think I might try to do a winged eyeliner today. So I think perhaps my eyeliner isn't perfectly even today, but it's just going to have to do because today is so full of failure. Listen to what happened to me this morning. So I was depotting a MAC Press pigment, black grape, beautiful shade. I'm struggling with the packaging and finally it clicks. Very good. It becomes airborne, very bad, and lands slam dunk into my glass of water. Oh my God. Anyway, back to the eyeliner. I do like it and it will get used, but I'm quite partial to my Geisha ink liner or even the Physicians Formula Eye Booster pen. I love that one. The next product I'm going to use, I haven't used in ages, the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. I'm going to use some of this under my eyes. This finish is a little bit strange. It's almost sticky. The coverage is decent though. The search for the perfect under eye concealer continues. Now I completely forgot about my eyes. I'm going to go back and tightline with the NARS Larger Than Life Longwear eyeliner. And I really like this one. It doesn't transfer to the lower waterline. I'm also going to run a nude eyeliner in my lower waterline just to make me look more awake and healthy. So this one is Illamasqua Vow. Out of all the nude eyeliners I've tried, this is definitely my favorite because the texture is a little bit drier and it stays on all day. But it's not so dry that irritates the lash line. It's a good medium. On to mascara. I'm going to try out the Model Co Fiber Lash, which is one of those two-step fiber mascaras. I don't think I've ever tried a mascara in that format. So what kind of beauty blogger am I? So we take first the extension mascara and you apply a coat of this. Ooh, I'm getting a decent amount of length from this alone. Okay, then going on with my lash fibers. Ooh! It's like a little dust bunny. Ah! Okay, this is strange. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with the extension mascara once more. I don't know, what do you guys think? Before and after. I think I see quite a bit more length, but not that much more volume. And I'm always searching for more volume as opposed to length. Moving on to the lips, I'm quite excited about these. These are the new Ellis Faas Hot Lips. Essentially, she brought out a range of neon lip colors, and I love neon lip colors. I'm going to do a swatchy for you. Ooh. Okay, so this one is L402, and this one is L408. I am very fond of sort of salmony pink shades, so I'm going to use that one today. And I'm going to use a lip brush because I'm all weird about hygiene, but you could apply it straight from the applicator. I think this is an awesome shade, but it's been about 30 seconds after application and I can feel the product setting on my lips. It kind of feels like my lips are being shrink wrapped. And I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to make an ugly face for you. Can you see how it's like collecting inside my lips? No. I'm going to check back on that in about 10 minutes, but in the meantime, let's apply a highlighter. The eyes are quite matte, the lips are quite matte, so I think this look would benefit from a little bit of shimmer. I'm going to be using the Rouge Bunny Rouge Sea of Showers highlighter, which is a beautiful bronze shade. I am going to mix this with a dot of my foundation. I spoke about this in my last video and I'll link it somewhere here, but essentially, if you find that liquid highlight or cream blush shifts your base, you can mix it with a little bit of foundation and that way you won't lose the coverage where you need it. I think I have put on quite enough makeup for one day, so let's check back on that lipstick. I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but it's settling into all of my lip lines. It's picking up on all the dry flakes. I'm also noticing that it's settling around the rim of my mouth. That is such a tragedy because this lip color is amazing, but unfortunately, texturally, it's just not doing it for me. I hope I saved you a little bit of money if maybe you were looking into the Ellis Faas Hot Lips. The YouTuber of the week this week is Monika Blunder. She is a celebrity makeup artist who also does makeup tutorials here on YouTube. She seems like such a beautiful person. She has this really gentle demeanor and her videos are an absolute pleasure to watch. So I'll link her somewhere here. Definitely go check her out and do tell her that I sent you. I hope you all have a wonderful day and I will speak to you very soon. Bye bye.